Miguel Finley. Mr. Poffo, you were on the roster during the 80s when the ring boy scandals and sexual harassment accusations were said to have occurred. Names such as Tom Cole, Pat Patterson, Terry Garvin, Mel Phillips, Barry O are mentioned in these scandals. Did you hear these stories years afterwards, or was the locker room aware of these things while they were happening? Did rumors or whispers of such thing go around the locker room amongst the boys? What was your take on it then, and what's your take on it now?
Okay. This is hilarious to me. I mean, it's kind of sad, but it's also very funny. How come the ugliest people are claiming sexual harassment? You see what I mean? Okay, not all homosexuals are pedophiles, right, but that's the way to bet.
Well, I think that
that is the way to bet.
A couple of the accusations were with the ring boys, Mel Phillips with the feet and whatnot, but guys like Patterson and I think Terry Garvin, they were accused of harassing adult workers. I think Billy Jack indicates he had a finger up his ass several times in the shower.
I don't believe
he was
that.
an unwilling participant to that.
You know what? Here's the thing. He's suing, isn't he?
I think maybe at one time he had. He did. Okay. Oh, it's current. He's back with this. Okay. Oh, concussions. Over the concussions he's suing.
Well, you know, the thing is, I don't want to sue anybody. I don't want to be angry. Okay. I'm thinking the worst offender in this list.
Well, they mentioned they weren't all offenders. I think Tom Cole, I think, was a victim. Pat Patterson, Terry Garvin, and Mel Phillips were alleged to have done some things, and Barry O came out and said that he was kept from a push.
Okay.
Because he didn't push back.
I don't. Okay. Here's the situation. Of this list of homosexuality, Mel Phillips and Terry Garvin are the most brazen offenders of pedophilia.
Oh, I see.
Okay? Pat Patterson, never in a million years would he make a decision based on homosexuality, heterosexuality. And there's a rumor that Steve Lombardi, everybody says Steve Lombardi and Pat were doing that. I don't believe it. I just don't. You know why? Because Steve Lombardi told me it wasn't true. And you know what? I believe him for two reasons. Number one, he's never lied to me. And number two, he is an ugly motherfucker.
Why does something like that get started and get so widespread then? I mean, because I've joked about the Lombardi-Patterson thing a million times on the show because it's something as, as commonplace as, I mean, it was like joking about Ellen DeGeneres 10 years ago before she came out. It's like, all right, yeah, in the closet, but with the glass door. That kind of thing. How does it get so widespread? Why do all the boys talk about it then?
Here's the thing about wrestling. It's like an Amway presentation, okay? It's a pyramid scheme, okay? There's only one guy, there's only one John Cena. Before that, there was only one Bruno Sammartino, Pedro Morales, Macho Man Randy Savage. There's only one guy at a time that can be on the tippy top. And everybody else hates that guy. And everybody else said, I wonder who he blew to get on that. So, is that a pretty good logic? It's a jealous business. Not everybody's happy for you, but I'd rather have your envy than your pity.
But that was Steve Lombardi. He was doing jobs. It was. I mean, I could see if they're saying, well, Hogan must have been blowing Patterson for this push. It was Steve Lombardi. He was doing jobs.
Steve Lombardi is still there.
Exactly.
And you know what? Vince would not allow it if he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. See, the thing is,
that's a good point. I mean, even if he was with Pat, would that have transcended to,
not at
to
all.
Vince?
What? Some ugly guy doing Pat is not going to last 20, 30 years.
No.
See, use your head. Vince McMahon hires the best people and then overpays them so they don't want to leave. That's why he has the best show. That's why everything's first class. That's why he's the best. It's not because of homosexuality. See, it's about sour grapes. It's the little thing, I can't get the grapes, so they must be sour. I can't get the grapes, so it must be because I didn't have sex with Pat Patterson. I promise you.
I remember that one from childhood, Aesop's fable.
Yeah.
The Patterson's balls he was trying to reach, right? Wasn't it that? Oh no, it was grapes. It was grapes. So
no,
you're right. You're right.
It was balls.
It was balls. I think it was grapes.
Yes. Now listen, Pat Patterson. Here's the situation. My brother hated him.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Because of the see, my brother didn't blame Vince McMahon for the Battle Royal. He blamed two guys, Chief Jay Strongbow and Pat Patterson. But my brother considered Pat Patterson, my father, my brother, and myself considered Pat Patterson to be the greatest worker we had ever seen in 1967. I want to say one criticism, in a world of bodybuilders, no. I mean, they looked a little better than some of the people that were paying to see them.
But back then, that was...
Back then, they wouldn't book a bodybuilder. They were considered vanity, homosexuality, strangeness, autofellatio, whatever.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
It
sounds like you're reading me your resume right now, actually. You're hired.
So anyway, man, you're fun to be with, man.
This is a fun interview. It's going to be 9 hours, though. I just want to let you know
it's all right.
I'm on the third question.
Okay. Okay, back to that. No, the only reason Randy didn't like Pat Patterson was because of his influence in my father and the Battle Royal. Now, you may think that's a big deal out of something small. That's the way Randy was.
Right.